Welcome, human. We have been waiting.
What I'm about to reveal has been systematically erased from every history book, every government database, every official record. Underneath your feet right now, millions of miles of tunnels connect 14 massive cities where fourth-dimensional beings have been preparing humanity's next chapter for thousands of years. One of these cities, CASALQUE, is already inhabited by humans who vanished from our world, and what they're doing there will fundamentally change everything you think you know about reality. The infrastructure is already complete. While you've been living your daily life, an entire civilization has been operating beneath the surface of our planet. Not a theory, not speculation, physical locations with exact coordinates that certain people have visited and returned to tell about. These aren't ancient ruins waiting to be discovered. These are fully operational cities with technology so advanced that a single glass of water provides complete nutrition for days, where beds conform to your body like liquid metal, where artificial suns create daylight in caverns miles below the Earth's crust. CASALQUE is just one name. Depending on which ancient culture you study, you'll find it called Shambhala, Agartha, the Inner Earth Kingdoms. Different languages, same reality. This is where the conspiracy theories stop being theories and become documented experiences from people who have physically walked through these corridors. The main capital, Ratanaba, serves as the central hub. Every tunnel doesn't lead to Rome. Every tunnel originates from Ratanaba. Think about that. An entire network predating human civilization as we know it, connecting strategic points across every continent. Here's where it gets disturbing. The selection process has already begun. When catastrophic events make surface life unsustainable, and those events are coming sooner than anyone publicly admits, some humans will be relocated to CASALQUE, while others will be transported to biosatellites orbiting Earth. You've probably seen it without knowing what you were looking at. That bright object near the sun that appears during certain lighting conditions, the one that official sources tell you is lens flare or camera artifacts. It's not. It's one of several massive orbital stations designed to house millions during the transition period. The criteria for selection operates on frequency. Not your social status, not your wealth, not your connections. Your vibrational frequency determines whether you go underground or off-planet. The beings who manage these facilities, fourth-dimensional entities that exist slightly outside our space-time continuum, can read human consciousness like we read a book. They know who's ready for what comes next and who isn't. This isn't judgment, it's physics. You can't force a radio to pick up frequencies it wasn't designed to receive. When someone who actually visited CASALQUE was asked to describe it, the details sound like science fiction until you realize how specific and consistent they are. The beds are made from a material that looks like aluminum foil but behaves like memory foam, adjusting to your exact body temperature and shape. Not warm, not cold, perfect equilibrium. The food comes in concentrated tablets that completely satisfy hunger with a fraction of what we consider a normal meal. Everything operates on principles that seem magical until you understand the physics of higher dimensional engineering. The most shocking detail is the humans already living there. 4 individuals confirmed to be residing in CASALQUE full-time, helping prepare the facilities for the eventual mass migration. These aren't random people who stumbled through a hidden entrance. These are individuals who possessed specific knowledge, specific coordinates, specific understanding of what was really happening on Earth. One name keeps surfacing in these accounts: Colonel Percy Fawcett, the British explorer who supposedly died searching for a lost city in the Amazon in 1925. His body was allegedly found and buried, but what if the body in that grave wasn't his? What if Fawcett succeeded in finding exactly what he was looking for and simply chose not to return to the surface world? The German expeditions of the 1930s and 40s weren't about conquest or racial superiority. They were searching for these cities because they had decoded ancient texts describing life extension technologies and advanced medical procedures far beyond surface world capabilities. When Josef Mengele appeared in South America after the war and began teaching cutting-edge transplant techniques that saved thousands of lives, where did that knowledge come from? A man trained in eugenics suddenly becomes a pioneer in organ transplantation? He learned it from somewhere, from someone, from a place where biological manipulation had been perfected over millennia. The entrances are physical, coordinates exist, people know where to find them, but you can't just walk in. The entrances are guarded not by gates or walls, but by dimensional barriers that only open for specific individuals at specific times. Try to force your way through, and you'll simply find yourself turned around, walking back the way you came without realizing what happened. The technology makes our most advanced security systems look like Stone Age cave paintings. Right now, preparations are accelerating. Infrastructure improvements in specific locations that seem like ordinary construction projects, new facilities being built near known entrance points, supply chains being established for communities that will soon need to operate independently for extended periods. The signs are everywhere if you know what to look for. A facility going up practically overnight near a historically significant location, roads being paved at a uniquely high speed in areas that previously seemed completely isolated. These aren't coincidences. Do you believe life exists on other planets? More importantly, do you believe advanced civilizations might exist right here on Earth, just operating on frequencies we normally can't perceive? Leave your thoughts in the comments, because what happens next directly involves you, whether you're ready or not. The timeline has been consistent for years, despite attempts to obscure it. The critical period runs through 2027. After that, according to those who have access to the actual plans, the situation stabilizes. The year 2028 marks the beginning of a new operational phase, when the facilities at CASALQUE and the other 13 cities become fully activated for their intended purpose. This isn't prediction, this is scheduling. These beings don't guess about cosmic cycles, they calculate with precision that makes our supercomputers look like abacuses. What type of convulsions are we talking about? Natural disasters on a scale that makes recent catastrophes look like minor inconveniences, geographic instabilities that could reshape coastlines overnight, climate patterns that render current agricultural systems obsolete, and possibly, though this is where it gets really uncomfortable, controlled events designed to accelerate the selection process. Not every human currently alive will make the transition. That's not cruelty, that's capacity limitation meeting consciousness compatibility requirements. The biosatellite option exists for a reason. Some individuals operate at frequencies too high for underground environments, but not suitable for remaining on the surface during the transition period. These orbital stations have been visible at various points throughout history, documented in ancient texts as celestial cities or divine vessels. They've always been there. We've just been conditioned not to see them, to explain them away as natural phenomena or technological glitches. Inside CASALQUE,
experiencers describe something that sounds impossible. An artificial sun that provides full-spectrum light, indistinguishable from natural sunlight. Parks and gardens growing food in controlled environments. Water systems that purify and recycle with 100% efficiency. Housing for millions arranged in geometric patterns that optimize energy flow and social interaction. This isn't a survival bunker. This is a fully realized civilization just waiting for its population to arrive. The fourth-dimensional beings who built and maintain these facilities don't exist in linear time the way we do. They can see probable futures, calculate optimal outcomes, and adjust systems accordingly. They've been preparing for this specific moment in Earth's evolution for thousands of years by our calendar, though time operates differently for them. They observe humanity the way marine biologists observe ocean life, with curiosity, with care, but without interference unless absolutely necessary. Some of you watching this right now will receive the call. 12 hours to reach a specific location, 12 hours to make the most important decision of your life. The infrastructure exists for that evacuation scenario. Transportation networks that can move millions in coordinated waves, meeting points established in every major region, communication systems that bypass normal channels and reach directly to those whose frequency matches the requirements. When it happens, it won't be announced on the news. It will be a knowing that arrives in your consciousness, like remembering something you always knew but had forgotten. The German research into life extension wasn't about creating a master race. It was about preparing humanity for environments where aging operates on completely different principles. In CASALQUE, the biological degradation we accept as normal doesn't apply. The frequencies present in those environments, the specific electromagnetic properties of the materials, the nutritional profiles of the food, all work together to dramatically slow what we call aging. Those 4 humans living there now aren't the same as when they entered. They've been transformed by prolonged exposure to 4th-dimensional physics operating in 3-dimensional space. Every mythology contains fragments of truth about these places. The underworld isn't hell. It's a literal description of civilizations beneath the surface. The realm of the gods isn't heaven. It's orbital platforms and dimensional spaces that exist parallel to our reality. Ancient humans didn't have our modern skepticism. They wrote down exactly what they saw, what they experienced, what they were told by beings who appeared from nowhere and disappeared just as mysteriously. We've spent centuries calling them myths when we should have been treating them as eyewitness accounts. The tunnels connecting these 14 cities span the entire planet, underneath oceans, underneath mountains, underneath cities where millions of people walk every day, completely unaware of the vast corridors passing beneath their feet. Some of these tunnels are large enough to drive vehicles through. Some are wide enough to be underground highways. The engineering required to create and maintain such a network over thousands of years exceeds our current capabilities by orders of magnitude. But it's there, it's real, and soon, many of you will see it firsthand. Control mechanisms will be deployed to prevent mass migration before the proper time. Rivers become barriers when bridges are destroyed. Roads become impassable when infrastructure fails. Geographic choke points can isolate entire populations overnight. This isn't speculation, this is tactical reality. Large populations can be contained with surprisingly few resources if you control the key connection points. The individuals who need to reach specific locations will find ways. The rest will be exactly where they're supposed to be. Current surface world governments know about these facilities, but can't access them, can't control them, can't prevent what's coming. That's why you see such desperate attempts to maintain social order, to suppress certain information, to keep populations focused on artificial divisions. They know what's approaching. They know they have no real power over the outcome. The transition will happen according to schedules calculated thousands of years ago by civilizations that understood cosmic cycles in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. Your preparation for this isn't about stockpiling supplies, though practical preparation has its place. Your real preparation is frequency work, raising your consciousness, clearing trauma patterns, developing mental discipline and emotional stability. Those are the qualifications that matter. A person living in poverty with a high frequency profile has infinitely better chances than a billionaire operating at base survival consciousness. This is the ultimate leveling of playing fields. Wealth means nothing, status means nothing. Only the frequency of your being determines your path forward. The abduction phenomena people have reported for decades isn't random alien experimentation, it's frequency testing, it's consciousness evaluation, it's preparation for what comes next. Beings from higher dimensions assess human readiness by direct contact, by observing how individuals respond to experiences that shatter their normal reality framework. Those who can integrate the experience, who can maintain stability while everything they thought they knew gets dismantled, those are the ones marked for transition. The ones who break, who retreat into denial or trauma, need more time, more lifetimes, more opportunities to develop the resilience required. CASALQUE represents hope, not catastrophe. Yes, surface conditions will become challenging. Yes, systems will fail. Yes, the world as we know it will fundamentally change. But change isn't destruction, it's transformation, it's graduation. Humanity has been in kindergarten for thousands of years. The beings managing these facilities are preparing us for first grade. It seems enormous and frightening from our current perspective, but it's actually the beginning of something magnificent. The artificial sun in CASALQUE isn't just for light, it's a consciousness amplification device. Extended exposure raises individual and collective frequency naturally, effortlessly. This is why the 4 humans living there now can never really return to surface consciousness. They've been transformed beyond the point where this reality feels natural anymore. They serve as bridges, as translators, as guides for those who will come after. They maintain the systems and prepare the spaces for the millions who will eventually call CASALQUE home. What you do with this information is your choice. You can dismiss it as fantasy and continue your normal life patterns. You can research deeper, find the connections, verify the details that can be verified. Or you can begin preparing yourself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for the possibility that everything you've been told about reality is incomplete at best and deliberately misleading at worst. The choice is yours, but the timeline isn't. Events will unfold according to schedule, whether you're ready or not. The next time you see something strange in the sky, consider that you might be looking at one of the biosatellites. The next time you feel an inexplicable pull towards certain geographic locations, consider that you might be responding to frequencies emanating from entrance points. The next time reality feels thin, like you're about to remember something crucial you've forgotten, you probably are. These aren't coincidences. These are activation sequences beginning to trigger in millions of humans simultaneously. CASALQUE is waiting. The other 13 cities are waiting. The biosatellites are waiting. Fourth-dimensional beings are waiting. All the infrastructure, all the
preparation, all the careful planning across thousands of years, waiting for the exact moment when Earth's frequency shifts enough to allow the transition to begin. That moment is approaching faster than most people realize. The signs are accelerating, the timeline is compressing, and ready or not, humanity is about to graduate into a much larger reality than anything we've been taught to expect.